All right, so this candle, whatever this was, is now closed. I'm not sure. I still don't know what that all of a sudden surge of volatility was. Starting to see a shooter potentially developing here on the 30. We'll keep an eye out for that. We have a shooter here. We have rejection here. It's not setting up very beautifully at all. Um, so I'm going to just see what happens here at the POC. If we lose that POC and we start to lose the VWAP, we may not be able to frame this trade as we may get too close down into here. But we'll see what happens here. If we get a nice bearish shove that is confirmed with delta, that breaks down both VWAP and when you see these trend streams doing this, right? You want to be cautious because you're in a rotation or potential rotation or just a deep pullback. You're in consolidation, right? That's what you're doing right now. When you see this is a 50 and a 34 EMA, and this is a 5 and a 12. The 5 and 12 obviously hugs price a little closer. And when you get this crossover, there's a potential for this to just be a pullback and go, but we don't have any separation between the trends at the moment. They're very tight, which tells you you're in consolidation. Not that you can't tell that from the candles. This is just extra confirmation that you kind of want to press the pause button for a little bit. All right. So what you're going to look for here is a big bearish candle, a violent candle to bust through VWAP and these trend streams, close, pull back, and then you can take a short here and aim for down here, right? That would tell me that that we do indeed have some trap traders up here, right at the 59.35-ish level. And we have failure off the 1 hour trend stream. We have failure right through. We did take out the fair value gap. We did not close above it. But we're just operating in a real tight range at the moment, right? So we're only, 59, even at this pre-market swing low, 59.08, 59.44. We don't have any separation here to really look at. So let's take a look at this 30. Now, if this 30 were to close like this, it might be a different story. And again, I want to see violence breaking this down if I'm going to go short. I don't have that at the moment. I want to see violence closing through here. I don't have that at the moment. And even if I did have the violence closing through here, I don't have a great setup. Let's go down to a 2 for a second. All right, so here's your bull flag on a 2. Again, we're going contra trend though, so you're going to want to see some heavy delta through here, and you're going to want to see it close through this fair value gap. You don't want to get caught in that fair value gap up there. If we are indeed going to go and break out of this, and then you also we have a series of conflicting data points here, right? So we're possibly developing a shooter candle on the 30. So we're going to watch this not VWAP, but the POC, and we're going to watch this, right? You may not be able to grab an entry till up here, and this is probably where I'd prefer to take the entry. This is going to have to clear in order to go long. This junk up here is going to have to clear. We're going to go short. VWAP is going to have to clear. So we're in kind of no man's land at the moment. I'm not in any rush to take a contra trend trade to the upside, and I'm not really in any rush to take a value area retrace here to the downside either. My preferred mode was this downside break here, which doesn't look like we're going to get anytime soon if it ever materializes. That was my preferred. That would be the trade that I would strike at first if it were to develop early. This one, I got a little more patience on since we're going contra trend. And again, if the setup breaks and we ripped right off the open to tag target 1, I would have missed it, and that's okay. The only thing I can conclude from that rundown is that buyers are fading. Buyers are fading and sellers are unable to rotate this thing as of yet. Okay, we got 4 minutes left on that 30. We got 4 minutes left on this 10. We've now pushed. Sellers on this candle are only at negative 30 at the moment. So the aggression on the sell side is nothing really to write home about yet. So we got a minute left here on this 30-minute candle. The aggressive sellers starting to pick up a little bit, but still very weak. Not to say that they can't escalate and shove this market back down. We have not cleared these trend streams yet. You want to see that violent candle bust through here, close, and then that whip. And then so the methodology here, let's say we do get a nice shooter candle here on this close, right? Wherever this 30-minute candle closes, your sell stop goes below here, and you wait for that wick to drive back up here, set your sell stop. Okay. And so what you're going to develop then is the idea that next 30-minute candle is going to pop up a little bit, fail again, and then come crashing down. And if we get the setup, great. If we don't, we don't. We don't have much aggression to the downside. We do have a 30-minute shooter. I'm going to go ahead and just put a sell stop just below. I'm going to put it down here for the time being. As this surges up, we don't have, I don't like it because I don't have the delta that I wanted to see. Although that 30-minute shooter candle that closed below POC is tempting. So let's go through the checklist here. We have a 30-minute shooter, rejection off of here, fair value gap right here that failed. Price closed below POC. We've got that 30-minute shooter here right at the trend. I would have liked to see this close below here a little bit. Didn't get it. Still have that 30-minute shooter. Still have that rejection, that failure signature here. We closed below VWAP. We're now wicking up. I've got my sell stop at 59.25 and a quarter. So if we take out the low of this 30-minute candle right here, if we take that out, the idea is this right here being developed is the wick of the next 30-minute candle. It's going to continue on down and retrace the rest of the value area. So we'll look to take profits down here if this thing does develop. If this thing soars and goes up on us, we don't have any skin in that game. So we'll hang out a little bit here, see if this thing develops. I don't have the aggressive sellers. It's my only drawback on this, but that 30-minute shooter with the rejection the way it is kind of a little bit too tempting to just kind of walk away from, you know?
Order filled.
All right, I'm tagged in short on this one. I got to risk about 8 points on this one. So we're going to let this thing cook for a little bit. And what you want to see is acceleration through here in a decent amount of time. You want to see those sellers pick up. They're very weak at the moment, but that does not mean that they can't accelerate. If delta starts to drive to the high side, or if we start to close above VWAP here, I'll look to ditch this thing. My target is at 59.05 for the time being, and we'll see if we get that rip straight down. But you want to see acceleration through here, 59.21. Let's see if we get it. Should be up about 2 points on this trade. Again, nothing to write home about here yet. But playing off that 30-minute shooter is worth a shot, especially when we whipped through here with such heavy rejection. So we're going to, again, let this thing cook for a few minutes. And if I don't get the acceleration through here, we've ticked it, we've double bottomed it, this particular candle low. But I want to see that accelerate right through it, possibly look to take profits at that 59.18 level. Delta is just not really cooperating all that well. Okay, I'm going to kill it. I don't like it anymore. Didn't do what I wanted it to do right out of the gate. So I'm out. Delta is now ramping to the upside a little bit, 318, 300. We were down at negative 400 at one point. Looked like it was about to develop. It's okay. I don't like it. I'm out. Okay, let's check back on the day and see how our pre-market and early AM session analysis went. So if you recall, we were looking right here, the value area high here from the morning session as our breakout point for the day, had that 30-minute fair value gap that we were looking at. downtrend. Value shift had already taken place, and we're looking at this bearish level down here, the overnight low, 59.05, which is also the POC from a week back. And so throughout the morning session, let's let this run here a little bit. Through the morning session, we had this plunge, came down. We did take a shot when price came back up here a little bit later. This is there's the opening bell right there. So now price is starting to move back up to our failure spot we called out right here. Looking for that failure signature up here. We did end up getting one right at the close, I believe, of this bar right here. So let's just let that develop here for a second. There it was, bearish shooter candle. I'm going to pause it there for a second. So right here is where we had our sell stop. So what we were looking for to materialize here, we can check all the boxes. We had a breach and a failure of our bullish above, failed to materialize and push through here. And so we look for the reverse, right? We had that 30-minute shooter candle right here, bearish to the downside. The sell stop goes below here. We gave this a shot to move to the downside. We held on to it for a few minutes and noticed that we weren't getting the acceleration we closed it out for a break-even trade. So let's take a look at how this day moved forward. A couple hours later, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. And we can see price did eventually push through here. And then all of a sudden here later on, in about an hour or so, we got a secondary bearish shooter candle that broke down and took out and ranged back all the way through the day. Right there. There was a little bit of a news catalyst here. And so the point of recapping this is, you know, you take your shots when you get that bearish shooter candle, heavy rejection down here, got everything we needed. We managed it properly and got out before this thing pushed back to the upside. And eventually we did get our shot to take this thing south later on in the day.
Hey everyone, it's Dale here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like to trade alongside me and our team of prop firm funded traders every day, then click the link below the video and hop aboard. We are looking forward to trading with you.